Hello, my name's Colette. This is a Let's Chat video, wee bit informal, when things come into my head. Today I think I'm going to give you an analogy for spring cleaning your soul. And how this came about was yesterday we had some lovely sunshine, and although it was cold, I've been feeling quite caught in my head and feeling as though stress was becoming an issue, and that's not what I wanted. So I decided to go to my greenhouse and see how it kind of survived the winter and what was going on in there. When I went in, I sort of stood in a dell look around. Now, the first thing is that I actually had tidied up at the end of autumn, so I knew it wouldn't be too bad because I literally had done that tidying. I've been caught out before when I've not done anything, just left plant rotting, whatever. I've come back out at this time or a wee bit later and thought, oh, geez, oh, too much work, too much work. So I did actually. I was a good girl in at the end of the autumn. But when I went out, I realised it was quite a lot of work to be done. And I looked around, and the floor, the stone floor, is covered in kind of slippy moss. So that will need to be all kind of scooshed away with the sort of water power thing. And that's fine, that can be done. And then that will make the foundations quite safe. And then, oh, the glass is so dirty with all the rain and everything. So obviously, for the plants to grow, we need a lot of sunlight in, and a lot of it would be blocked. It's not too bad, but it certainly wouldn't optimise things. So I took a wee note. We'll have to get the glass all cleaned as we do. And then I realised a pane was broken, so a glass of pane will need replaced. And that was all in like the first 10 seconds. So I looked around, and some plants have actually survived the winter and are actually coming up, which is a surprise. But they'll need a wee bit more nurturing, and they'll need to be looked after to give them, that boost for the spring. And then there's the plants that haven't made it, and they'll need to just go on the compost heap, and all the pots will need to be cleaned because you don't want disease maybe going into, a new planting season. Um, and then I looked at my girly plant pots that my sister gave me for my birthday a couple of years ago. These are absolutely gorgeous. I think I'll use them if I can as my thumbnail. They're literally flower pot girls. And they should be coming up with daffodils quite soon, which would be lovely. But the feet have fallen off, and my sister's nose, which was a crystal, is missing. So I'll need to find a new crystal, put her nose back on, and put the feet back on. And that will be fun. That's a fun thing. But it still needs done because these things are precious to me. Someone made these from scratch for my birthday. So obviously I'm going to nurture them. So there's things like that to be done. The goddess tree for offering is looking pretty dull and needing a good clean. And my Native American statues and all my crystals that are on that side are definitely needing a good clean and ready for action again. And there's various other jobs need done in there. And I was thinking about all these things and thinking, it's not, I don't have great hands, I don't have great health, but, with a wee bit of effort and some help, these things will be done, not all on my own. And then as I thought that, I thought, whoa, what an amazing analogy for your soul at this time of year. My God. And I thought, oh, this is great. I felt as though I was like some sort of guru that got something through. But then I worked on it and I thought, yeah, it's true. If you're going to, work with your soul, don't say no to help from other people because that might help you see things and get through things a wee bit easier. So I thought that was nice. And then I went back to the floor, the foundations, yes. And, I need to go back to the foundations and clear off any dirt or moss that's there because those foundations are good. and I need to make sure that enough light or enlightenment gets in to me, to my soul, for what it's got to nurture and grow this year. That's the equivalent of the panes of glass. And there's also the sense of throwing out things that haven't survived or haven't worked, but yet nurturing the things that have, and looking after them and letting them grow. And then there's the fun things like, you know, fiddling about with crystals to put a flower person's nose back on. That to me would be the excitement you get, where you're doing something that you like spiritually. You maybe, trying something, trying to fix something, maybe using a self-help book for it, maybe using a technique that you come up with yourself. So these things can be very fun for your soul. And then there's a sense of, just once you've done all that groundwork, then letting your soul bask in the light and do what it needs to do. So if you think that this is a really silly analogy, you can give me a thumbs down, but please don't, because I'll cry. Wait till you hear the trolls now that come giving thumbs down, but fair enough. But if you like it, give me a thumbs up. And think on what I've said. I didn't have a greenhouse for many, many, many years. I didn't even know what I was doing when I first started, but I've learned and I'm enjoying it. And it's something that is bringing me joy, even though it can, be, some of the jobs can be out with what I can do. But if we look at our soul in the same way, I'm sure that certain metaphors will ring true. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, as I say, give me the thumbs up, comment. Maybe let me know what your analogies are, for your soul. I'm sure you've got a lot of things that you think of. If you can pass them on to us all, that would be great. And subscribe to the channel if you so wish. So many blessings. Remember, it's time to spring clean your soul. Bye now.